Next discussion is your Article 1796. If there would be any unnecessary noise, I apologize in advance. Okay. So, what is your Article 1796? Your Article 1796 talks about the partnership. Okay? Or it states that the partnership shall be responsible to every partner for the amounts he may have disbursed on behalf of the partnership and for the corresponding interest from the time the expenses are made. It shall also answer to each partner for the obligations he may have contracted in good faith, in the interest of the partnership business and for risk in consequence of its management. So ano ba yung application ng Article 1796? Okay, this talks about the responsibility of the partner to the partners. So, in the absence of any stipulation to the contrary, every partner is an agent of the partnership for the purpose of its business. So, ABC Corporation, si Anna, si Ben at si Chris, they are partners. Here, Anna, Ben, and Chris are agents of the partnership for the purpose of its business. Ano naman yung mga obligation ng partnership, ng ABC partnership? Okay, number 1, the partnership has the obligation to refund any amount disbursed by the partner in behalf of the partnership. Okay? Plus yung corresponding interest from the time the expenses are made. Here, the law refers to loans or advances made by partner, let's just say Anna, to the partnership, other than the capital contributed by her. Number 2, the partnership also has the obligation to answer for the obligations the partner may have contracted in good faith, in the interest of the partnership business. Number 3, the partnership also has the obligation to answer for risk in consequence of its management. Lagi niyo pong tandaan na yung partner is an agent of the partnership. Okay? So, example, si Anna. Since Anna is only an agent of the partnership, si Anna, hindi siya pwedeng maging personal liable sa mga obligations ng partnership. She is free from all fault, okay? As long as she acted within the scope of her authority. At lagi niyong tandaan, okay? In the absence of an agreement to the contrary, walang partner na entitled sa compensation for the services to the partnership without the consent of all the partners, except na lang unless it can be implied from the circumstance that the parties intended a partner to receive additional compensation where the partner's work was beyond normal partnership function. Example, sa isang business, isang trading partnership, okay, ang partners natin ay si Anna, si Ben, at si Chris. Here, in the articles of the trading partnership between or among Anna, Ben, and Chris, it is provided in their article that any purchase in excess of 5,000 pesos, okay, any purchase in excess of 5,000 pesos must first be approved by all partners. Okay? This rule was strictly observed in all transactions of the partnership. Okay? Doon sa trading partnership nila. Pero si Chris, bumili siya ng goods out of his personal funds. So, si Chris, bumili siya ng mga materyales para sa partnership. Pero yung ginamit niyang pera ay personal funds niya. The amount of the materials, okay, is total to 7,000 pesos. So, sobra ng 2,000. Di ba? 5,000 lang nga yung nakalagay sa article. So, the total value of the goods is 7,000 pesos. And the purchase was made without the knowledge of Anna and Ben. Yung partnership ngayon incurred a loss. Is Chris entitled to reimbursement? The answer there is no. Chris is not entitled to be reimbursed for the said purchase. Next one is your Article 1797. Okay, it states in your Article 1797 that sorry for the unnecessary noise. That is my baby. Nagle-lesson time also siya. Anyway, I know that you can understand me naman. So, yeah. We go to your Article 1797. In your Article 1797, it states that the losses and profits, okay, the losses and profits shall be distributed in conformity with the agreement. If only the share of each partner in the profits has been agreed upon, the share of each in the losses shall be in the same proportion. So, in the absence of stipulation, the share of each partner in the profits and losses, okay, shall be in proportion to what he may have contributed. But the industrial partner shall not be liable for the losses. As for profits, the industrial partner shall receive such share as may be just and equitable under the circumstances. If besides his services he has contributed capital, he shall also receive a share in the profits in proportion to his capital. So these are the rules for distribution of profits and losses. So take note of your Article 1797. The Article 1797 po, this article and two succeeding ones regulate the distribution of profits and losses among the partners. They do not refer to the liability of the partners to third persons, which is governed by your Article 1816. So, we go first to the distribution of profits. What are the rules in distribution of profits? First one, the partners shall share the profits according to their agreement. Number 2, pag walang agreement, okay, the share of each capital partner or capitalist partner shall be in proportion to his capital contribution. This rule is based on the presumed will of the partners. Yung industrial partner naman, he shall receive share which must be satisfied first before yung capital partners. Okay? So, the industrial partner shall receive such share which must be satisfied first. Okay? And shall divide the profits as may be just and equitable under the circumstances. So, let's just make an example na lang. Anna, Ben, and Chris formed XXX partnership. Here, they stipulated, okay, that they will contribute each 30,000 pesos. They agreed that should the partnership realize profits, the same shall be distributed in the following proportions. Anna as managing partner will receive 40%, Ben will receive 30%, and Chris will receive 30%. In this case, the partners shall share the profits in conformity with their agreement. Pero if there is no agreement with respect to the share of each partner, then they shall share the profits equally. Okay? So, for example, lagyan natin ng value. Okay? Si Ana, ang kinontribute niya ay 72,000. Si Ben, ang contribution niya 48,000. Si Chris naman, ang contribution niya 24,000. Ang total ng contributions nila is 144,000 pesos. In the absence of stipulation, ang share ng bawat partner, si Ana, si Ben, at si Chris, shall be in proportion to his contribution. So, Ana will get half of the contribution, Ben will get 1/3 of the contribution, and Chris will get 1/6 of their total contribution. So, for example, if Pedro, okay, is an industrial partner, Pedro shall receive such a share as may be just and equitable under the circumstances. So, assuming na yung partnership nagkaroon ng profit na 51,000 pesos. Yung mga partners, okay, they may determine considering all the circumstances na si Pedro, being the industrial partner, is entitled to, let's just say, 6,000 pesos. The balance, remember that the profit is 51,000. So, yung balance na 45,000, it will be equally divided among Ana, Ben, and Chris. So, since 1/2 kay Ana, he will receive 22,500. 1/3 kay Ben, so 15,000. And yung 1/6 will be kay Chris, or your 7,500. Ngayon, example, kung si Pedro, the industrial partner, hindi lang yung services yung kinontribute niya, kundi nag-contribute din siya ng 36,000 pesos. Then, he will also share in the balance of 45,000 in proportion to the whole contribution. So, in that case, 1/5 sa kanya will be given. Siyempre, since nag-contribute na siya ng 45,000, 144,000 yung total kanina. Okay? So, ayan. Just 36,000 I should say. So, you add 36,000 doon sa 144,000. That is a total of 180,000. So, again, 1/2 ng 180,000, that is so you just complete at the same manner doon sa example ko a while back. Okay? In your Article 1798 naman, it states that if the partners have agreed to entrust to a third person the designation of the share of each one in the profits and losses, such designation may be impugned only when it is manifestly inequitable. In no case may a partner who has begun to execute the decision of the third person, or who has not impugned the same within a period of 3 months from the time he had knowledge thereof, complain of such decision. The designation of losses and profits cannot be entrusted to one of the partners. So, ang Article 1798 nyo, it talks about yung magde-designate yung mga partners ng third person of their share in profit and losses. So, what is the rule in your Article 1798? Okay? As to the delegation to a third person, the designation of the share in the profits and losses It can be delegated to a third person by common consent by all the partners. Ang Article 1798 po, it speaks of a third person, hindi isang partner. So, following the general rule in contracts that the fulfillment of a contract cannot be left to the will of one of the contracting parties alone. Yung prohibition na nakalagay doon sa second paragraph ng Article 1798, okay, state ko ulit sa inyo, the designation of losses and profits cannot be entrusted to one of the parties. This prohibition is necessary to guarantee utmost impartiality in the distribution of shares in the profits and losses. Okay, next one is your Article 1799. It states that any stipulation which excludes one or more partners from any share in the profits or losses is void. Lagi nyo pong tandaan that stipulation excluding a partner from any share in profit or losses, okay, it is generally void. Okay? The stipulation is the one that is void, but the partner will still subsist. So, the law does not, as a general rule, allow a stipulation excluding one or more partners from any share in the profit and losses. Pero, a stipulation exempting a partner from losses should be allowed. Okay? This provision of Article 1799, which declares void an agreement excluding one or more partners from sharing in the losses, is difficult to explain, sabi ng isang author. Okay? Kasi if you remember, your industrial partner, in reality naman is wala naman talaga siyang perang kinontribute. So, you cannot, walang losses na mai-incur yung industrial partner. So, yun. Stipulation exempting a partner from losses should be allowed, sabi ng isang author. Yung Article 1800 naman, 1800, it states that the partner who has been appointed manager in the articles of partnership may execute all acts of administration despite the opposition of his partners, unless he should act in bad faith and his power is irrevocable without just or lawful cause. The vote of the partners representing the controlling interest shall be necessary for such revocation of power. A power granted after the partnership has been constituted may be revoked at any time. Your Article 1800 talks about the rights and obligations with respect to the management. Sabi dito sa 1800s, it provides or speaks of two distinct cases of appointments. Okay. Lagi niyong tandaan na sa isang partnership po, unless the partnership agreement provides otherwise, bawat partner, okay, let's just say again, Anna, Ben, and Chris are partners in XXX Corporation. Si Anna, si Ben, at si Chris, okay, each of them in a general partnership has a right to an equal voice in the conduct and management of the partnership business. Itong karapatan na to, itong right to an equal voice in the conduct and management of the partnership business, it is not dependent on the amount or size of the capital of the contribution of the partner. Siyempre, ang mga partner, they can also select who to manage the partnership or who to become the managing partner. Sorry for the unnecessary noise. Okay? So, there are two distinct cases in the appointment of the managing partner. It can be, number one, appointment through the article of partnership. Okay? Number two naman, of course, ang ibig sabihin lang nung appointment as manager in the articles of partnership. The partner here doon sa articles of partnership ng XXX Corporation, partnership I should say, nakalagay doon kung sinong magiging managing partnership. Pwedeng mangyari yon. Okay? Pwedeng pangalanan. So, the partner, example, si Ana. Partner Ana can be appointed by the common agreement in the article of partnership. Si Ana then may execute all acts of administrations. Okay? Of course, not those of strict ownership such as those enumerated in your Article 1818. Okay? Yung power ngayon ni Ana as the managing partner is revocable only upon just and lawful cause. And of course, it can be revoked only upon the vote of the partners representing the controlling interest. So, what is the reason for this principle? Okay? The reason for this principle is that the revocation represents a change in the terms of the contract. The law presumes that the appointment thus constituted is one of the conditions of the contract. And it is only logical that such appointment should not be revoked without the consent of all the partners, including the partner that is appointed. Okay? It is an elementary rule. Ibig sabihin natin ang elementary rule, foundation ng batas. Okay? That no party to a contract can violate the law of the contract without the consent of the others. Pag nagkaroon ng mismanagement, okay, yung ibang partners, they can avail the usual remedies allowed by law. Okay? Including an application for dissolution of the parties by judicial decree. Another appointment is appointment as manager after the constitution of the partnership. In this one, the underlying reason for this provision is that the revocation is not founded on the change of will on the part of the partners. Kasi the appointment here is not a condition of the contract, unlike yung isa kanina. Okay? It is merely a contract of agency, which may be revoked at any time. Lagi niyong tandaan that if the appointment as manager is contained in the articles of partnership, the revocation must be for a just and lawful cause plus with the total vote of the partner representing the controlling interest. Pero if you are appointed after the constitution na ng partnership, the nature of your appointment is like that of a contract of agency. So you can be your appointment can be revoked at any time. Next one is your Article 1801. It states that if two or more partners have been entrusted with the management of the partnership without specification of their respective duties or without stipulation that one of them shall not act without the consent of all the others, each one may separately execute all acts of administration. But if any one of them should oppose the acts of the others, the decision of the majority shall prevail. In case of tie, the matter shall be decided by the partners owning the controlling interest. So, this is the application of the rule. Meron po tayong requisites to follow in order to apply the rule. Number 1 is dapat meron pong 2 or more partners na na-appoint as managers. Number 2, there is no specification of the respective duties. And number 3, there is no stipulation that one of them shall not act without the consent of all the others. So, for example, the following are the respective interests of the partners in partnership. Si Ana, 5%. Si Ben, 10%. Si Chris, 15%. Si Dan, 15%. At saka si Eloy, 20%. And of course, we have also Franz for 35%. If Ana, Ben, and Eloy were appointed as the managing partner without specification of their respective duties, and Ana a contract was entered into by Ana, okay, if with the conformity of Ben, although against the objection of Eloy, that contract is valid. Number 2, if the managing partners are Ana, Ben, Chris, and Eloy, and Chris sided with Eloy so that there was a tie, and when the matter was put to a vote of all the partners, Ana, Ben, and Dan were in favor with Chris and Eloy, and Franz against, the contract is not valid. If si Ana and si Eloy were the ones who originally voted in favor of the contract, and subsequently Franz sided with them, the transaction is deemed ratified by the controlling interest in the partnership. Suppose na magkakaroon ng tie doon sa vote. Okay? If Ana, Ben, and Franz in favor, okay, and Chris, Dan, and Eloy are against, both sides representing 50%, what shall be the rule? Okay? Sabi dito, the law now is silent on this point. It is believed that in such case, the contract should be considered as having been entered into without authority. In other words, okay, when the partners are equally divided, those who vote against the contract or who resist change must prevail. So, it is mostly believed that the best solution na nagkaroon ng tie sa voting, okay, the partners need to dissolve the partnership. And if Ana, okay, is found to be at fault, then Ana will likewise be responsible for damages. Next one is your Article 1802. Okay? In your Article 1802, it talks or states that in case it should have been stipulated that none of the managing partners shall act without the consent of the others, the concurrence of all shall be necessary for validity of the acts, and the absence or disability of any one of them cannot be alleged unless there is imminent danger or of grave or irreparable injury to the partnership. Okay? I'll just give to you a very short explanation of this one. In this Article 1802, it talks about a situation where unanimity of action is stipulated. So, in this article, the partners may stipulate that none of the managing partners shall act without the consent of the others. In such case, yung unanimous consent ng managing partners shall be necessary for the validity of their acts. Itong consent na to is very important. Okay? It is indispensable. Okay? At walang pwedeng or hindi pwedeng may disability or absence of any one of the managing partners may be alleged as excuse or justification to dispense with this requirement. Meron po ba ang exception? Meron po. Okay? If there is an imminent danger or grave or irreparable injury to the partnership, okay, a partner may act alone without the consent of the partner who is absent or under disability. Of course, remember that it must be without prejudice to his liability for damages under Article 1794.